Welcome to the Stoic Tide. Listen, most men spend their entire lives wondering why they're not attractive to the women they want. They think it's about looks. They think it's about money. They think it's about saying the right thing at the right time. But the truth is far simpler and far more powerful than any of that. There are 5 secrets that naturally attractive men understand at a deep level, and when you master these, you don't have to chase. You don't have to convince. You don't have to prove anything. Women just feel it. They can't explain it. They can't rationalize it, but they're drawn to you in a way that bypasses logic completely. I'm going to break down each secret in a way that will fundamentally change how you show up, not just with women, but in your entire life. Because here's what most men don't realize. Attraction isn't something you create. It's something you stop blocking. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly what's been standing in your way, and the exact blueprint to become the kind of man women can't help but notice. So let's start with the first secret. The one that separates boys from men in her eyes. Secret number 1, you don't seek her approval. Picture this. You're talking to a woman you're attracted to. She makes a joke. You laugh a little too hard. She mentions something she likes. You immediately agree, even though you've never tried it. She tests your opinion, and you shift yours to match hers. You think you're being agreeable. You think you're building connection. But here's the brutal truth. Every time you seek her approval, you hand her your power. And the moment she feels you need her validation, attraction dies. Why? Because women are hardwired to be attracted to men who have their own center of gravity, men who don't bend and break with every breeze of opinion, men who exist independently of her mood, her approval, or her attention. This doesn't mean being disagreeable for the sake of it. It means having genuine preferences, real opinions, standards you actually hold yourself and others to. When she sees you have boundaries that don't shift, when she realizes your world doesn't revolve around impressing her, something shifts in her mind. Suddenly, you're not like the other guys. You're not trying to win her over. You're not performing for her acceptance. You're just being, and that confidence, that quiet self-assurance is magnetic. So the first secret is simple. Stop looking for her approval. Have your own compass, and let her decide if she wants to come along for the ride. But there's a second secret that takes this even deeper. And it's the one most men are terrified to embrace. Secret number 2, you're comfortable with tension. Most men are peacemakers, conflict avoiders. They smooth over every awkward moment. They fill every silence. They apologize for things they didn't even do. And in doing so, they kill all the electricity in the interaction. Here's what attractive men understand. Tension is not the enemy. Tension is the ingredient. A playful disagreement, a moment of silence that lingers just a bit too long, a teasing comment that makes her react, light conflict that shows you're not afraid of her emotions. These moments create charge, and charge creates chemistry. When you rush to dissolve every moment of tension, when you're desperate to keep things comfortable and safe, you signal something dangerous. You signal that you can't handle her fire, that you need her to stay calm and easy so you don't have to navigate anything real. But women don't want a man who's afraid of intensity. They want a man who can hold space for it, who doesn't flinch when she's emotional, who doesn't collapse when she challenges him. This means getting comfortable with pauses in conversation, not rushing to fill dead air. Holding eye contact a beat longer than feels safe. Letting a provocative comment sit instead of immediately softening it with a joke. This is how you create polarity. And polarity is what separates friendship from attraction. So stop being so damn agreeable. Stop smoothing over everything. Let the tension breathe. And watch how differently she responds when you're no longer afraid of the sparks. Now the third secret is the one that separates the amateurs from the naturals, and it has everything to do with how you spend your time. Secret number 3, your life is full without her. Here's a question that reveals everything. If she disappeared tomorrow, would your life collapse? Or would it keep moving forward with momentum? Most men build their entire emotional world around one woman. She becomes the source of their happiness, their motivation, their reason to get out of bed. And the moment she senses that, attraction vanishes. Why? Because no woman wants to be your entire world. That's not romantic. That's suffocating. Attractive men have rich, full lives. They have passions that existed before her, friends who challenge them, goals that drive them, hobbies that fulfill them. When a woman enters their life, she's an addition, not the foundation. This means you need to be genuinely busy. Not fake busy with excuses, actually engaged in things that matter to you. The gym, your career, your side project, your friendships, your growth. And here's the paradox. The more absorbed you are in your own life, the more attractive you become. Because scarcity creates value. And a man who has limited time is a man who's in demand. When she texts and you don't respond immediately, when you're not always available for last-minute plans, when she can tell you have a life that's moving with or without her, something clicks. She starts wondering. She starts chasing. She starts investing. But if you're always there, always free, always waiting for her to give you purpose, you become predictable, convenient, forgettable. So build a life so compelling that she has to earn a place in it. That's the third secret, and it changes everything. But the fourth secret is where things get psychological. This is about how you handle her emotions. Secret number 4, you don't try to fix her. When a woman vents to you, complains, or expresses frustration, what's your first instinct? If you're like most men, you immediately jump into problem-solving mode. You offer solutions. You try to fix it. You want to make the bad feeling go away. And in doing so, you completely miss what she actually needs. Here's the truth. Most of the time, she doesn't want you to fix it. She wants you to hold space for it, to listen without judgment, to let her feel heard and understood. Attractive men understand this at a core level. They don't panic when a woman is emotional. They don't take it personally. They don't try to logic her out of her feelings. They just stay present, calm, grounded. They might say something simple. That sounds frustrating. Tell me more. Or they might say nothing at all. Just listen. Really listen. This does something powerful. It makes her feel safe with you, like you can handle all of her, not just the easy parts, and that safety creates a depth of attraction that surface-level charm never will. So stop trying to be her therapist or her fixer. Be her rock, the man who doesn't get rattled by her storms, who doesn't need her to be anything other than what she is in that moment. That's emotional maturity, and it's one of the most attractive qualities a man can have. Now we've reached the fifth and final secret, and this one ties everything together. It's the secret that makes all the others make sense. Secret number 5, you're outcome independent. This is the big one, the master key. Outcome independence means you're genuinely okay with whatever happens. If she's interested, great. If she's not, you're still good. Most men are outcome dependent. They need her to like them. They need the interaction to go well. They need her validation to feel okay about themselves. And she can smell that desperation from a mile away. Attractive men don't need anything from her. They're not attached to the outcome. They're present, engaged, interested, but not needy. This means you can walk away. You can lose her and know you'll be fine. You can handle rejection without your world falling apart. And paradoxically, the moment you stop needing her attention, you become infinitely more attractive. Because outcome independence creates freedom. Freedom to be authentic, to take risks, to say what you actually think, to tease her without fear, to walk away from bad behavior without second-guessing yourself. When you're not desperate for her approval, you show up as your full self. No masks, no performance, just the real you. And that confidence, that self-assurance, that quiet strength is what makes her think about you long after the conversation ends. So stop being so invested in whether she likes you. Start being invested in whether you like her. Start evaluating if she's adding value to your life. Because when you flip that script, when you become the selector instead of the one hoping to be selected, everything changes. The real truth. I know this isn't what most dating advice tells you. This isn't about pickup lines or text message formulas or tricks to create attraction. This is about becoming the kind of man who doesn't need tricks. The kind of man who's attractive because of who he is, not what he does. And here's the thing. When you embody these 5 secrets, it's not just about attracting women. It's about building a life of genuine confidence, purpose, and self-respect. You stop chasing. You stop performing. You stop losing yourself trying to be what you think she wants. You just become more of who you actually are. And the right women notice. They feel it. And they're drawn to it in a way that's effortless and natural. So if this resonated with you, if something here hit home, drop a comment with the word secret so I know you're ready to level up. And hit that subscribe button. Stay stoic, stay blessed.